I always wanted to be a fluent English speaker, but I didn't know what are the tips and techniques by using that I can speak English fluently and confidently. Then I just came across one video and then I watched that video totally. And on that video, they were talking about how you can speak English fluently and confidently. And that technique was shadowing technique. Yes. So I am talking about that particular technique, and that technique was shadowing technique, as I mentioned you. And in this technique, you have to just watch the video and you have to turn on the subtitles, and whatever subtitles written on your phone on the screen, you have to just speak aloud. And really, believe me, if you are doing this, then of course you will see a drastic change in yourself. Because if you are just speaking after listening, then your mouth will get habitual that what you have to, how you can pronunciate the sentences, how you can pronunciate, how you can speak a long sentences. And you know what, if you are doing this on the daily basis, then you will see actually it happens. If you are speaking, then gradually you will not see any progress. Like if you are thinking that I'm just reading and then after I'm speaking, so what is this? I'm not making sentence structure, so how I can speak English by reading? No, talking about if you are just watching and speaking after watching, after reading, so after that what you can do, you have to just try to make the sentence structure. I know you will say that how I can make the sentences, but just listen. At least you know that if you know the grammar rules something, and if you know some vocabulary, then you have to just make the sentence structure no matter how much mistakes grammatically error that sentences occur, but you have to just try to speak. Okay, no matter. And now question arises that people will make fun of you, like your English is so pathetic, you are making the sentence structure, and that is totally wrong. No matter, you have to just think about yourself, your process, your journey that recently you have started now. So just think about the process that this is the process. I will make mistake and then after I will rectify it. As I already mentioned, that by mirror technique, by shadowing technique, by listening, you are going to speak English, because more you listen, more you learn. Now, and really, personally, I believed that if you are a positive person, like if someone is making fun of you and you are just ignoring that, no matter, this is not the things. If someone is making fun of me, then none of my business, because I will not take care of them. This is my work. And if I'm learning, then after some days, after some months, after some actually not year, because it's a long time duration. So if after some months I'm going to speak English, so what is the need of being disappointed? So be positive and just think about yourself that you are speaking right now, no matter how much sentences, how much grammatically error you are making in your sentences, no matter. Okay, really, this is the process. When I had started, I used to just speak, no matter how much grammatical error I used to do. I still remember I was not making any sentences in a proper way, but I didn't give up. And then, you know what, one day came in my English journey that I was just making the sentence structure, and I was just realize that now I am able to speak in English. And then after I was just thinking that actually hard work always pay off. And then you know what? Then I was just thinking the my whole process that one day I was a beginner. When I was a beginner, then I was not making any sentences, and right now I can speak in the front of camera. Like I was not uploading video, but I always used to uh, record myself. And then one day I was recording, that was recorded video, and when uh, I was just watching my videos, then I just found that this video is a good one. Like I always wanted to become a fluent English speaker, and then I realized that now I can speak. And how I did, and how it is not hard not to pray for me. Really, I have work a lot. And believe me, if you are doing it constantly without any procrastinating, that of course you are going to speak English fluently and confidently. So if you want to become fluent, then you will have to think about yourself, your process, that how you can learn by listening, by mirror technique. In the mirror technique, you have to just start in the front of mirror and now find one object, and just try to mention whatever images you have find. You have to just summarize, and you have to just mention it, that what is happening. If you are putting one picture, like someone is playing, someone is talking to each other, and then you, if you are watching it, then you have to just mention it. Okay, two boys are walking here, two boys are playing, or two men or two women or talking to each other. You have to just mention like it. And you know what, there is one major problem, that we just think that, am I speaking well, or what I have to use, like I have to use helping verb is, rm, or what. No matter. If you are thinking like this, then don't worry about this. If you are just speaking, then speak, and just think then after that कि यहाँ क्या हो सकता था, like I'm using is, so is this grammatically correct or not, uh, is there continuous tense or perfect. Just think about it, and then after you can just go on this Google, and you can just type the sentences in Hindi and write again in English translation, and you find the proper English sentences. Let's talk about that, what are the things by using that I am able to speak in English. Actually, I always talk about myself. And you know what? First thing is that I have listened more and more. This is the first thing. I have done so many things. Like one by one, I'm just talking about that things. First thing is that I have learned so much vocabulary in my starting days. I know that was not a good technique. And I have focused on grammar, rules. And you know what? It is not okay. Because in starting, if you know the basic grammar rules, then it is enough. And if you know some vocabulary, if you have the some collection of vocabulary, then it is enough for speaking, for starting. At least you have to start, now then after you have to become a fluent English speaker. But starting is the main things. If you are, if you have started, then half work is completed. So now, first thing, you have to listen more and more English. No matter how much English you are consuming and you are getting the points, but you have to just listen. Second one is, you have to try to speak, no matter how much grammatically error you are doing. And third technique is, daily practice matters a lot. If you are doing practicing in a continuous manner, then of course one day will come, of course it will come soon, that you are going to speak English fluently and flawlessly with confidence. But you have to do it on the regular basis without procrastinating. Now many of you always say that, to whom I can practice. So I would tell you that practice alone, because if you are practicing alone now, then there is one benefit, that nobody is going to mock of you, nobody will judge you. And second one is that you are going to speak with confidently. Like if you are not watching anyone and you are thinking just about yourself, then you will be a comfortable, you feel comfort. So just start speaking, don't think too much, and just watch English content and consume English content, and try to give the output. Okay, and of course that day will come soon, that you will speak English fluently.